first of all, congratulations. Two questions. Do you already feel like an Olympian, or do you think it'll like hit you more when you actually go? You know that you made it. And two, talk us through the whole process. I saw an interview with you from Antwerp, but talk about the whole process of competing for the Philippines, and maybe once thinking that your Olympic dream was over, and now it's a reality.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it really is quite set in yet, and it probably won't until the next summer, just because it's so far in advance that this thing has been scheduled. And, you know, compared to Team USA, how they schedule, it's kind of like a few weeks before the actual Olympics. So to be able to have the chance to qualify almost a year in advance before the Olympics, I don't think it's quite set in yet that I'm actually going to the Olympics. But following the competition, you know, it was a lot of scheduling that had to happen, you know, communications with the coaches, communications with my professors, because on top of competing, I'm missing 2 weeks of school. So kind of having to navigate all of that on top of training and on top of going, you know, when I first started competing for the Philippines, I didn't really think that this was kind of a road that I was going to be able to take. You know, I competed in the Southeast Asian Games year before last, and it was just kind of like a one and done competition. I was like, oh, like this is a great opportunity. But I didn't really think that like, oh, this could be a road to the Olympics, because prior to that, I thought that just wasn't a door that was going to open again. And to be able to, you know, get that opportunity in front of me, I was talking to the coaches, and I was like, it's too good of an opportunity to pass up. And being able to work with them, work with my professors to kind of navigate for a smooth transition for the competition, it's really, really special.
It's kind of the same question I asked Jay. As far as the leadership, you and Haley really did kind of fill that void. Now that everybody's back and you have even more additions, what do you think you all took out of last season that is usable skill for this year?
Absolutely. I think there was quite a few bit of changes that we went through last year, and we didn't really know, you know, what it was going to take. But now going into this year, we know what we have to do. We know that we're all going to have to be on the same page. We know that, you know, like Jay said, it's going to have to be a we over me, and that we all have to be on the same page in order to get to where we need to go. And so I think that it's an incredible group of people. We're all incredibly talented, and I think we all are on the same page, and we know what we want to do to accomplish our goals, and we're really excited. We're really excited for what is the upcoming season.
Aleah, can you just talk about what skills you're trying to improve on a little bit, and then also that switch from collegiate gymnastics to elite gymnastics, how you're making that flip, especially preparing for the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I think kind of what Jay said, my skills are more or less the same. It's more just kind of, you know, repetitiveness, you know, working on getting those details, fine-tuning things here and there, and on top of that, just kind of cleaning up and polishing, stuff like that. And it's a little bit different going from elite gymnastics to collegiate gymnastics. It's not throwing everything in the kitchen sink, and it's more just kind of like taking the big picture and, you know, like I said, just fine-tuning the details.
Hey, Aleah, I'm competing for the Philippines. What does it mean to your mom? What does it mean to your family, you know, overall, to get that chance?
Absolutely. I think it's such a special opportunity to be able to represent my mom and her family and our heritage as well. She made a huge sacrifice coming over from the Philippines to the States, you know, just going into a completely different country at 18, younger than I am now, it's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around. And so to be able to kind of give back to her, give back to my family, and give back to, you know, my roots, it's really special.
What did you see in Haley? You know, we kind of talked. It's almost like she's automatic at this point. Like, what do you see in her as a teammate and a competitor that you would like to emulate and take away?
Absolutely. I think Haley's just such a rock. You know what you're going to get whenever you come to her about anything, whether that's in the gym or outside of the gym. She's just kind of a steady pull with all the winds and the ebbs and flow, like he said, you know. So she's an incredible person to go to inside of the gym, but also outside of the gym too. You know, if I need help on, hey, like, how do I do this homework assignment, or like, what do I say to this, you know, professor, or just anything that I need. So like inspiration wise, you know, she's really just that stern rock that I can go to.
As you get older and into your later years of college, can you talk about how new girls like Connor and Leah, like how them coming in has like put you on this new level of teaching and having them learn from you? Could you just talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're so excited to have them here finally. I think it's kind of been a long road coming. You know, I met them when they were the recruits, you know, trying to finalize that decision of where they wanted to go. But for them to be here and for us all to be on the same page, it's really special. And I'm trying to kind of, you know, give them a few words of advice that I wish someone had told me whenever I first came here. Obviously, I had a lot of inspiration to look up to when I first came to LSU, but you know, maybe try to tell them some things that people didn't tell me and try to help them navigate, because it's kind of scary coming into college. You don't really know what to expect. You know, you see the sparkly Leos, you see the big arenas, but you don't see going to class every day, going to tutorings, and what practice looks like. So just trying to help them navigate their ways through this.
We didn't tell you everything?
Sorry.
Refresh your memory, please. Did y'all, when Sarah was an alternate for London, did y'all go as a family? Did y'all
Yeah,
go to
absolutely.
England?
So our family has actually been to the 2012 Olympics and the 2016 Olympics. So we went to watch, and obviously we missed out on the 2020 Olympics. But so going into the 2024 Olympics, this will be our third Olympics that our family has been able to watch.
Why'd y'all go in 16 just so you could go?
Yeah, we went for a mission trip as well, and then to just, you know, watch the competition.
Yeah. Like you said, it's a long way away. I mean, late July. But have you allowed yourself to fantasize anything? Have you imagined what it might be like to get on the podium or something like that, to get an Olympic medal? I mean, do you allow yourself to think about that at all?
You know, I don't ever try to conform myself to dreams, like I said, just because, you know, you can dream as high as you can go. I've never really thought that this would be the path that I would take to get there, but absolutely, I think it's just so exciting to think about. I think maybe a few weeks down the road, I'm still going to wake up and be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to the Olympics, just because it is so far away. But I'm truly excited, just because I've heard so many stories about it. I've heard about the Olympic Village, you know, how that transportations work. I had the chance to meet Mondo Duplantis last weekend, and just talking to him about, you know, the Olympic Village and like gearing up for that. And so it's an incredible opportunity, and I think I'm going to be excited for the next year leading up to it.
21 girls was a lot of girls. What does 23 girls on a roster look like, and how do you, as people on it, you know, kind of keep from backbiting one another and all those things?
I think you just have to learn how to, you know, you're living with new people, you're in a new environment, you're on your own for the first time, and so I think they're doing an incredible job of just kind of jumping right into the boat. You know, we left on a high note last year, and so they're excited to go ahead for this year. I think everyone's on the same page as far as, you know, inside of the gym and outside of the gym as well, and they're an incredible group of athletes. I'm really excited for y'all to see what they have in store.